What's up, guys? We're back here in Archeworld, and let's take a look at the rankings here of characters and show you off some of the high-end gear since the alpha is coming to an end here. So let's take a look at the top player in the alpha. So top player in the alpha has a heroic illustrious staff. So you can see, you'll notice that, the top level of gear is heroic and at the illustrious status. So if you've played Archeage, this is very, very low, level of gear compared to what you're seeing in Archeage. And then the bonus stats. So the bonus stats start appearing, and now you can see he's got 3 bonus stats. One is actually a green tint. So there may be some way to buff up the bonus stats in this game. You can see on my master staff over here, we actually only have 2 bonus stats. So the master is 1 step below the illustrious. So every time you go up a step, it looks like you gain a synthesis effect, a bonus stat. And those are something you can reroll as you level up. You're going to get some charges to reroll. But the stats aren't too crazy, it looks like. So you see magic defense plus 70. You have critical hit rate plus 1.4%, so it's pretty small. And then you have rear magic attack damage rate by plus 0.04%. So to me, what rear magic attack means, if you're attacking them from behind and you're hitting their back. So that's a very interesting stat that they have in the game, is that there is stats for, back attack. So if you hit someone from behind, it's potentially going to do more damage with this. There's also some skills that do that as well. So let's take a look at the bow. The bow is an illustrious bow as well. So it's going to have those 3 stats there. And you can see he still has 1 synthesis charge where he can re-roll. But it looks like he got some really good stats on this. So he got ranged critical hit rate plus 0.6%. Then he got ranged attack damage rates, rear ranged attack damage rate plus 0.2%. And then rear magic attack damage rate plus 0.2%. So pretty good stats there for a bow. Let's see the Artificer's Flute. So this is the Artificer's tier is actually below the Craftsman tier. Accessories. And so these are all Artificer's tier. So very, very low level, but it's very, very hard to actually get the scrolls to upgrade. The reason that the weapon and weapons are actually upgraded is because the green storyline quest actually gave the scrolls to upgrade those to the master's level. And then he crafted the scrolls to get to the illustrious level, which is very, very expensive. So this is why he's number 1. He spent a lot of time and effort getting the materials to craft and buying those things and upgrading. So masters on all of the armor here. So for stats bonuses, they have post cast mana regeneration plus 1, and then max HP plus 20. So a very, very small amount of HP. You can see I have currently 9,065 on HP. So this one here has evasion rate at 0.06, and it's actually a blue rarity. So it looks like, just guessing off of this because we don't fully know, but it looks like there might be rare and ultra rare versions of these stats. So it looks like pulling a blue one would be like pulling an ultra rare, pulling a green stat would be like a rare, and then the white is obviously the common. So there's critical hit resistance of plus 32. So again, critical hit resistance plus 32, physical defense plus 9, physical defense plus 9, and that physical defense, this is not really going to do much. You can see on the armor itself there, the physical defense is 998. So getting a plus 9 is a very inconsequential stat right there. Max HP of 20. But yeah, you don't get to choose the stats that go onto your gear. So these are all random effects. You will be able to reroll them a couple times, but you're really just taking a huge RNG chance, and you don't know what you're going to get per se. And it's not like in Archeage where you could easily reroll and start going over and over and over again. The cost to reroll a weapon and armor and try and get more synthesis stats, like to redo the whole process, is, you know, thousands upon thousands of Archeum, which is very, very expensive. So again, max HP 20 there, critical hit resistance 32. We have another green stat, evasion rate 0.3%. Received healing at 0.2%. So there you go. That is the top player. And you'll notice the equipment score, the gear score is a lot different. 15,784. Maybe looking impressive if you're thinking of Archeage scaling. I don't remember what the scaling is there, but yeah, 15,000 is really going to be nothing in this game. So that's 2 weeks of progression for this character. Let's take a look at someone else. So let's go down to like the number 12. We'll go number 13. Mono. All right, so you got the Master's Scepter. So magic attack plus 3.3, which I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal, because look, I mean, the magic attack on the Scepter already is 508. The magic attack on my staff is 548. So getting a plus 3.3%, or not percentage, just plus 3.3, I don't think really does too much in that regard. So this one has ranged attack 2.9, rear magic damage rate plus 0.1%. Physical defense plus 6, so that's like a terrible stat. Like, the armor pieces give like 1,000 physical defense, so you're getting nothing. You're getting no bonus really on the physical defense. Maximize additional healing rate, 0.3%. And over here on the armor, so evasion 0.1%. Max mana plus 4, which is just pitiful. I mean, we have 9,400 mana, so getting 4 mana points is going to do nothing. I mean, again, so these are essentially low-level stats. We have a lot of content to unlock. We have a lot more gear levels to get to. And this character right here, so the artificer stuff is roughly what you get through the green storyline quests. So you'll be able to get all your gear roughly to Artificer's tier, with the infusions, the Archeum, and the upgrade scrolls that you get. And then for your weapons, you'll be able to get them all to Master. And so what's interesting too is, so this one says Conqueror's Dagger. That's like the Master's tier, but it's named Conqueror's for some odd reason. So again, translations could be off. Maybe it's going to be changed to a Master's Dagger in the future. This is an alpha, so they are testing and tweaking things. Yeah, so like realistically, we take a look at the rest of the top, you'll see almost everyone is about the same 12,000 gear score, because that's roughly the amount of gear score that you get from doing the green storyline quest and throwing all of your Archeum and all of your materials, your scrolls, into that. So 12,000 is kind of like the base starting point of the game where everyone will kind of be. Going above 12,000 will actually be quite difficult, because you need to craft the scrolls. So let's show you what the scrolls take to actually craft. Should be over here, and you'll notice everything is in Korean still, roughly, like just so much translation that needs to be done. All right, so they give you the craftsman scrolls, they give you the artificer's scrolls. So then now you're at all right, so you need to actually craft the artificer armor scrolls. So you have to craft this one. So you're going to need Faint Stone of Rift, which these dropped out of rifts. Then you need some high quality synthesis infusion, which is very easy to get. The rare spell book is semi-difficult, but just costs a lot of labor and a little bit of Archeum to get.